Shoo! Well, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Always On Outdoors. Springtime. Finally springtime. We got air temps around 50-55 degrees. Water temps getting close to 50. So you know what that means? That means crappie fishing. We're actually out here on Lake Minnetonka, so I'm sure everybody's pretty familiar with Tonka. There's a lot of bays, a lot of north side bays with muddy bottoms. So that's what we're gonna check. We're gonna drive around. We're gonna fish quick until we get into them. Yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully we get into a pile of them. So keep her tuned. Should be a good one. Alright guys, so what are we doing out here? You've seen me catch quite a few crappies now. I just kind of want to walk you through the process of finding these crappies and catching them. So you're kind of looking for shallow water on the northern side of these lakes with muddy bottoms, and the reason for that is because this time of year the way the sun shines, it heats up these northern bays a lot quicker. If you have muddy bottoms, obviously it's darker, so it attracts and holds more of that heat, and that's what these fish are looking for spawn. So right now water temps are around 55 in these bays, and if you go kind of look at these the basins of these lakes, you're looking at water temps of as low as 47. So these fish are moving up into these warmer waters for spawn. So yeah, let's talk about what we're using here. I was kind of using two different presentations today. You kind of saw one of them is this 5'5" ultralight crappie rod here. You'll see I got a slip bobber rigged up, and then I actually got a tungsten jig I use for ice fishing. Let's see if it'll focus here, right here. And then I've got a little crappie plastic on it. This is a Kalin's, the twin tail. It's like about a 4-inch little plastic here. And again, this is a 5'5" crappie rod, super light. This is so fun to catch crappies on. But the issue is kind of in the wind, and you get this extra slack in your line. It's hard to pick up that extra line with such a short rod. So I actually kind of switched to more of one of my walleye setups. This is actually a 7-foot medium light, and it's still got it's an extra fast action, so it's still got quite a bit of tip play in it. So it's not too overpowering on these crappie. Yeah, it's just a longer rod, so I can pick up that slack a lot quicker when the bobber goes down. Again, you know, slip bobber. We're only fishing in like 4 feet of water, 5 feet of water. So you can see this is where my bobber stop is, and this is the jig. So I'm not fishing very deep. Again, with this setup, I'm just using a little crappie tungsten here, and then like a twister tail from Kalen's. I'll show you the tail, the twister tail, but if you can't see, I kind of nipped it off a little here on the tail end and the top end, and that's because the crappies weren't, you know, taking that big of a bait yet. So I just kind of shortened up the presentation, made it a little smaller, so when the crappies did bite it, they were taking the whole thing. It was easier to set the hook. So these are the plastics I'm using here. Like I said, it's Kalen's, kind of the Tickle series, Tickle Grub, and this is 2-inch Tickle Grub lemon meringue color. This is what a whole one kind of looks like. Like I said, I'll show you the difference here, but it was a little big for the crappie. Here's what I cut it down to right here. So a much smaller presentation, if you can't tell. So sometimes if they're not biting the whole thing, little tip is just to make your presentation a little smaller. Yeah, and that should help you get more fish in the boat. Like I said, I was using 4-pound mono here on a 7-foot medium light St. Croix Premier, and I have a 2500 series Fluger President XT. Pretty much all my reels I use for ice fishing and for open water are going to be 2500 series. These Flugers, they're a little smaller, but I like them because they're a lot lighter weight, a little more compact. I don't really ever need 300 yards of braid on a spool. So yeah, I like these smaller reels. Makes it easier to fish all day. It's awesome. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing to catch these crappies. So that's about it. Alright guys, well, I think that's gonna do it here. We're just getting a little antsy. It's about 5:45 and it's starting to cool off because the sun's kind of going away. So yeah, it was a good day, caught a lot of fish. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, give us a like, comment, you know, whatever. Check us out on Instagram. Yeah, thanks for watching. Till next time.